It's a fiesta once again. The Spurs, for the first time since 2019, are back in the playoffs.
They tape all day. What a shot by Victor Wembanyama, securing a playoff berth for the first time in a long time.
Nate Ryan's with the MVP.
Victor, you hear the crowd. You hear your teammates. MVP. What do you have to say? I got one spin on me. Everybody's chanting. I'm with my brother right here. We just happy.
That clock's winding down. 5, 6, 4. And you're waiting for your shot, then you let it go. What's going through your head as that clock's going down?
That's what we talked about, Jacob.
This crowd in this atmosphere.
When they matter.
The playoffs are getting closer. And a performance like that to come back. What's it say about this team?
We haven't had a game like this in a while. Feels good to know this is happening. That mid-range jumper that hits
What
nuts.
to say for ourselves here? Who is this guy?
How about the fans who stuck around? They're about to be rewarded.
如果你今天没看这场比赛，你可能只会知道一件事 ：Victor Wembanyama 投进了绝杀，马刺回到季后赛了。但这场球真正厉害的地方，不只是最后那一投进了而已。这是一场马刺几乎追了一整晚的比赛，大部分时间他们都在后面。第4节剩下4分50秒，太阳还领先10分，看起来比赛已经快要定掉了。可是真正的分水岭就从那里开始。Wembanyama 接手得分 ，Fox 开始把节奏重新拉回来。最后那段追分 ，Fox 贡献了关键火力 ，Wemby 则把最硬的那一击留到最后。而那颗绝杀最可怕的，不是动作有多帅，是他有多冷静。剩下最后9.7秒 ，Wembanyama 没有急，他先看防守，往右一步，运一下，再在 Oso Ighodaro 面前直接后仰，球进，剩1.1秒，太阳连反应的时间都不够。这就是这颗球最像超级球星的地方，不是因为姿势像 Jordan， 而是因为他知道，关键时刻不是只要能投进，还要让对手没机会回敬。赛后 ，Wemby 自己也说得很清楚，这种球通常不会有空档，所以不能太早出手，太早投，不管进不进，都可能把机会还给对手。多数人只看到结果，但真正关键的是他开始懂得控制时间、控制空间，也控制自己的情绪。这已经不是单纯的天赋怪物，而是开始有关键先生味道的核心了。更细一点看，这球也不是单打独斗。Fox 赛后透露，马刺原本就画好战术，还特别确认底角要留射手，因为清空一侧时，防守很容易往中路倾斜，底角如果没站人，协防就会直接扑上来，所以 Vassell 被放在底角。这个小细节看起来不起眼，实际上却很重要。他让太阳不敢太早包夹，也让 Wemby 多出那半拍去找到自己的点。而对 Wembanyama 这种等级的球员来说，半拍就够了，够他把球带到舒服的位置，够他在高压之下还是用自己的节奏终结比赛。如果只看数据，这场他是34分、12篮板、3抄截，外加12罚12中。但真正值得注意的是，那12罚12中说明了一件事：当比赛节奏很乱，进攻不顺时，他还是能用最稳的方式把分数拿回来。这种球员到了季后赛最可怕，因为他不需要每一球都很华丽，他只要在你最想把他逼出节奏的时候，还是能继续得分。所以这场比赛的意义，真的不只是 Wemby 又一场代表作，而是马刺终于结束队史最长的6年季后赛空窗，正式回到后赛，而且不是靠运气，是靠核心球星在最后一击亲手把门打开。比赛结束后，现场一片疯狂。Wemby 冲回防守时，还撞到场边球迷，红酒直接洒到裤子上，混乱、拥挤、失控，但也刚好很像这一夜的情绪，因为这不只是一颗绝杀，这是一座城市等了6年，终于重新把那口气吐出来。Keldon Johnson 赛后拿起麦克风，带全场喊 MVP， 那不是表演，那是情绪真的满出来了。所以今天这场球最值得记住的，不是 Wemby 像不像 Jordan，而是他第一次真的用超级球星的方式决定了一支球队的命运。马刺不是在期待未来了，他们已经回来了。
Dribbles, fades, and sends the Spurs to the playoffs.
Desperation shot without fouling.
Booker at midcourt for the game. With 1.1 second remaining.
No crazy fouls here. Make the Suns take it.
And no!
Your final is
Well, that's what we talked about, Jacob. He makes them when they matter. That got me a little nervous there. We ran the clock all the way down. But how about that mid-range jumper that hits nothing but the bottom? How about the fans who stuck around? They're about to be rewarded.
Check the clock. Dribbles, fades, and sends the Spurs to the playoff. Victor, going to make his move. Victor, fadeaway jumper, yes sir!
Victor,
it's the clock.
last up.
Dribble, fades, and sends the Spurs to the playoff.
Desperation shot without fouling.
For the first time since 2019 for the game. With 1.1 second remaining.
No crazy fouls here.
Is that your most valuable player? It certainly is. The leader of the playoff-bound San Antonio Spurs as Wembanyama's game winner with 1.1 on the clock. The elbow fadeaway jumper sends San Antonio to the postseason. It's where they belong, TJ Ford. What a finish inside the Frost Bank Center. The clock winding down. Wemby holding the basketball and then finally letting it go. All nylon to send the Spurs to the postseason.
What a special way to be able to clinch the playoffs and have a top seed 1 through 6 on an epic night where he performed and he carried the team when we didn't have all the pieces playing at a high level. And that's what superstars and that's what MVPs do.
Is that what MVPs do?
That's what MVPs do. And I think he kind of made his case tonight. He carried this team. I feel like we didn't have our legs, most of the guys. And I just think he carried from the beginning and then he made it, emphasis to get this win tonight.
And it wasn't just the game winner, though. That's certainly the one that the folks are going to remember. Another double-double, 30-plus point performance. It was Wembanyama who helped will the Spurs back in this one. San Antonio trailed by 10 with about 5 minutes to go. Wembanyama was on the bench, but he was brought back in the ballgame, hit a big three, made a couple big defensive stops, but no shot bigger than that one. It's one they're going to talk about in San Antonio for a long time. 34 points on 50% shooting from the field. But TJ, how about a perfect 12 of 12 from the charity stripe, making them count?
Oh, that was a big difference in the game in the second half, being able to get to the free throw line, being able to slow the pace of the game down, and then just being able to get our rhythm and then just understanding just, hey, De'Aaron Fox had moments where he was able to get it going and kind of had a good performance for a good span of the game, but set it up for Wemby to be able to carry the rest of the load down the stretch. Glad free throws. Fundamentals of the game, missed 2 free throws and gave us the opportunity to make history tonight.
Well, that's a playoff clinching performance, but that atmosphere here, it certainly felt like the playoffs have already arrived. With
all the guys was around you right there at the post game. I thought you was going to jump up and down with them and maybe get a bear hug.
I don't think I've ever seen that many cameras. I turned and I felt like I was on the red carpet or something like that. But what a moment, right? That just shows you how together this unit is. Obviously, everybody circling Wembanyama, chanting MVP after the game-winning performance. That's the kind of stuff they write about in Hollywood movies.
It does, but I think when you really look at being able to put the ball in his hands, being able to have patience. I don't think he had patience last year being in that moment. And that just shows his poise, showed his confidence within himself, and know which direction he was going to get his shot. And basically, when you're an MVP candidate and got to have a chance to win it, there's no one going to be able to stop you from getting that shot off. And he was able to get it, knock it down, and the fans went crazy in this building tonight.
Yeah, they said Frost Bank Center, they might need to start looking into playoff tickets because with tonight's win, TJ Ford, the Spurs have officially clinched a 1 through 6 seed in the postseason. The Spurs will be playing playoff basketball in this game. That's what the energy was in here tonight.
Yeah, I think they're going to get their tickets in. I think they're going to go to Whataburger tonight.
That's what they're getting here tonight. They got a great performance from the closer. Victor Wembanyama's putting together his ticket for the MVP candidacy. His running mate showed up tonight, De'Aaron Fox. 23 23 points on the night, 13 of them in closing time in the fourth quarter, TJ. This is why this team is so scary to everybody else. It's not just Vic. In clutch time, they've got the Fox.
Well, Fox turned it up in the fourth quarter. Other than that, they kind of had him in check for the whole night, but he found his rhythm and he found a way to be able to attack and be effective. And you look at these clips here, he was being very active, getting in the paint and being determined. And being able to get in the paint is one of his strengths, but being able to have a slow start for three quarters and turn it up, that's what veteran point guards do. That's what all-stars do. And he was able to find a stretch there that got us in the game, and then Victor was able to finish it off for us.
Talk about a veteran move. The Spurs were down by 4 with about 30 seconds to play. Fox took the ball up the floor. Spurs could have looked for a game-tying 3, but Fox went right to the tin, laid it in, cut into the deficit. Spurs ended up paying off. Fox extending the game. It's a veteran move.
That's just experience, right? Having a guy like that that's been in this league long enough, been one of the top point guards in this league, understands basketball IQ, understands situations in the game, understands that Phoenix Suns have moments where, you know, they may choke like they did tonight. And obviously it worked in our favor. We was able to fight through fatigue tonight. Vic was unbelievable. And I think when you look at this victory tonight, I know that locker room, it's a bunch of water being thrown around each other in there tonight. And what an impressive win.
Fantastic win for San Antonio. All considering as well, too, playing without Stephon Castle tonight, too. Castle's going to be on his way back. San Antonio, another Saturday game this weekend against the Indiana Pacers.
NBA Pistons star guard Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung and will be evaluated in 2 weeks, meaning he will miss at least 8 games. He was apparently hurt diving for a loose ball against the Wizards on Tuesday. So the Pistons, they lose their star with a 3.5-game lead on top of the East standings with a 14-game left in the season. The Knicks are also lurking in third place, 5 games behind Detroit, but are 6 back in the loss column. All right, Kendrick Perkins is back with us. So, Perk, not a great time for the Pistons star to miss time. How do you see the injury impacting the Eastern Conference?
Well, look, Detroit is about to miss their superstar, and the Boston Celtics just got back one of their superstars in Jason Tatum. And I'm looking at the Celtics, and they're clicking on all cylinders right now with Jaylen Brown leading the way, arguably the best two-way player in the game. They already have the most championship experience out of any of those top teams in the Eastern Conference. And when you look at their style of play, it's still the same style that they won the championship led behind Coach Joe Mazzulla. They're top 5 offensively and they're top 5 defensively. And the way that they're clicking right now, they're my favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference, even if Cade didn't go out.
Cade, by the way, averaging over 24 points and just under 10 assists per game, the second most in the NBA, so that is a huge loss. Let's go to the Western Conference because we got a good one in the West tonight. The Spurs hosting the Suns. San Antonio is a beast, going a league best 19-2 since the February 1st. Phoenix was trying to make a move out of the play-in tournament, but they've lost 3 straight to fall 2.5 games behind the 6th-place Denver. So the Suns, they've beaten the Spurs twice this year. What problems does Devin Booker cause for San Antonio?
All the problems in the world. When you talk about one of the most elite, efficient scorers in the game, that's Devin Booker. And he looks healthy right now. And the thing is, he's such a tough cover because he could beat you off the dribble. He has a hell of a mid-range game. He could take you to the low block. He could beat you in transition with pull-up jump shots. He know how to create off the dribble. And look, Devin Booker, it's a reason why he's labeled one of those Mamba mentality type guys. But I will say this, Christine, the Spurs will get their lick back tonight. We know one thing about Wemby. He takes it personal.
Yeah.
I think Stephon Castle will rise to the occasion, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the game, and he will take the matchup against Devin Booker personal as well.
All right, we'll see what happens. Book has 19 points, over 6 assists in the 3 games against the Spurs this year.